Okay, so what's up everyone? Alright, so I've decided I'm going to make some DIY, do it at your home, airbrushing and how to prep paint videos. I've been doing it for, I don't know, 30 odd years and airbrushing for 20, and I'm going to show you what you can do and what you can get away with, even though some painters will tell you the opposite. So on this bad boy, I will show you how to panel and prime, etc. But the airbrushing I can't show you because this bad boy is under wraps. Believe it or not, it's a chick's car and it's going to be like 450, 500 horsepower, turbs, mental street car. But on this, my RX-8, I'm going to show you what you can and cannot do. So basically, I've just decided this the other day as I get hit up all the time, and yeah, why not do some YouTube videos. Anyway, so basically I've sanded it down. I'm going to spray it with lacquer, so it's the cheaper version of base coat, and with that I've just used 320. Now again, people will be like, you can't do that, rah, rah. But you can. If you use an orbital sander, I use a battery one now, which is cheap, and it's fine because it actually takes all, let's say it doesn't sand as aggressive as it does with hand. So as you can see, I've sanded by hand and you can see the fine lines, but that will all disappear. So I've used 320. Now if I was going to use 240 or 220, which I normally do for base coat, for 2K, it hides all that, so don't worry about it, especially if you're just going to airbrush over it. So again, this is going to be lacquer coated. I've got the colour, I'm not releasing that at the moment until I put it on. So yeah, 320 sanding discs, kind of see that. I'll show you the box, doesn't have it, but you use 3M. Don't buy the cheap stuff, man. You just end up going through like hundreds of discs. So on here, I've probably only used 2 or 3 discs. Where if you buy a cheaper disc, you may get more. It's because you use more, which I've just learnt. I went and bought like 100 box and I smashed them all out on one car, and it was a effing joke. So yeah, buy a good quality sanding disc. Again, the Velcro, they go on the back of your sanding disc. I mean, if you paint, you probably already know that. But yeah, definitely 320. So I've smashed most of it. A lot of it I'm hand sanding. I can hear because I just can't get the orbital sander in there, etc. Now, when it comes to primer, I use Durapox. I've used Resin for years, and Resin is my choice. So, and I've used heaps of companies, so don't worry about it. So yeah, so what I use is Durapox 2K primer. Why I use 2K? It's just so in case you put it outside, it's weatherproofed. Because basically, like it's like a 2K. So I've sanded off all the original airbrushing, etc. So I'll smash over that with primer. I'll do a vid on that. I smashed this up pretty hard, so I've panelled all this already. But yeah, I just don't buy new guards and that. I've always dealt with what I've got with, and you learn better that way. So with that, again, I've just used 320. And we come down here. Now again, people will be like, you can't use 320 when you're doing lacquer. It's like, shut up. You can, as long as you sand it properly. So I'm doing all that. Give it a good sand, Don't be shy. Don't be a blouse. But yeah, so you can see it's like, it is kind of scratchy, but that's fine. Alright. So yeah, bog I use is, I'm just going to shoot over here. I've used Z-grip for years as well. I don't buy the gold stuff. There's some products out there, it's just impossible to sand. It's like freaking concrete. But yeah, so you can see here there's still airbrushing. So I'll feather all that out. I'll take this out and then I'll feather all that out with 320. But yeah, if you're doing 2K, you can get away with 240, 220 grit and you just smash it on. There's no worries. I actually did this in 220 first because I was going to 2K base it, but yeah, I just changed my mind. So I'm using lacquer. I'm actually using, if I can find it, I'm using a Lucite product. 400. So normally it'll be 600 if it's base coat. And yeah. So I'll drop another vid once I start painting or I start priming. I'll show you what to do there. But yeah, I DA'd that orbital sander with an 80 grit. And then, because you know, if you're orbital sanding, it actually gets rid of a lot of scratches. It's not so aggressive as it would be with your hand. And then yeah, I'll just smash over it with 320. I've done most of that. So yeah, there's a few scratches in there, like that one. But I will pretty much 320 that out. But yeah, don't be shy. 320 is fine. Well, no matter what anyone says. So if you've got any questions or you want to know more, drop them below in the comments and I'll put that hopefully in the next vid, or I'll explain it to you with my big stories. So next, yeah, I'm going to finish masking this up and then I will lay the base colour down in next colours. Once I've done that, then I'll move on to airbrushing. So yeah, along with my wheels, they're all going to get done. My rotiforms. But yeah, I hope you like this vid. It's DIY, it's the first chapter. There's probably going to be many more, and I'll show you how to panel beat, the ins and outs. Anyway, take care. Thanks for anyone who watches this vid, and let's see what this bad boy is going to end up like, eh? Peace out.